Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Continuing with Sri Rupa Goswami's Padyavali from text 65, continuing with the theme of their devotees' expressions of longing, humility, etc. So text 65 is a verse attributed to Sri Dhananjaya. If the Creator God, the four-faced one, should offer up to thee his orison, if illustrious Bhava and his train pure sentiments of love for thee maintain, and if the gods their service to thee bring, led by him of 100 rights, their king. But oh, Vasudeva, to us declare, how can we with those great beings compare? Now, text 66, in an anonymous verse, the poet says, Lord, there is none so merciful as thee, nor is there one as miserable as me. Consider, Hari, what I have confessed, and do, O Yadu's Lord, what seemeth best. Text 67, an anonymous poet says, By 100 whips of pain I am scourged, my horse-like mind to vain pleasures is urged. O Madhava, arrest my wayward course, pull up the reins and curb the restless horse, and unto the firm post of your feet bind, and with devotion mollify my mind. Now, in verse 68, attributed to Sri Shankara. This verse is quoted by Sri Sanatana Goswami, I do believe, or by Sri Mahaprabhu in his teachings to Sanatana Goswami, and in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu as an expression of longing and hope that the devotee attains. I have not meditated upon you, nor have I praised or worshipped as is due. I did not cultivate or grace entreat, or seek devotion to your lotus feet. Therefore, in such woeful state I remain, assailed by manifold and diverse pain. O Sri Krishna, of compassion the store, show favour to this wretched one and poor. Text 69, an anonymous poet says, You are the Lord and refuge, O Hari, O Vasudeva, Vishnu, Murari. Hail, Madhu's foe, Madhusudana, hail! The heap of my sins doth always assail. O universal Lord, your grace I crave, that you may deign this wretched one to save. In text 70, in a verse attributed to a sadhana, where the poet says, expressing his desire to remain absorbed, or his state of being absorbed in the Lord. Murari in the early morning light, Murari at commencement of the night, Murari in the middle of the day, Murari when the night is but halfway, Murari when the daylight doth descend, Murari when the night is at an end. Murari is the only goal I know, the only goal I know is Mura's foe. And now, in text 71, we have another verse of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his Shikshastakam. O son of Nanda, I am but your slave, sunk in the sea of worldliness. O save this servant, considering as is just that I am but a particle of dust or flower pollen whence I do entreat, adhering to the soles of your blessed feet. Then, In text 72, Sri Sarvabhauma says, "We are not logicians or poets wise, nor did Vedanta's teaching realize. We do not enter into stern debate or argue points of dogma with the great. We are but menial slaves, forsooth, of some deceptive, handsome, cowherd youth." Text 73, also by Sarvabhauma. "The garrulous may censure and revile, but we care not for their opinion vile. So let us drink the potent honey wine of love for Hari in madness divine, and relish supreme ecstasy profound, and sing and dance and roll upon the ground." Text 74, in a verse attributed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. "I am nor Vipra nor warrior brave, neither a merchant nor a lowly slave. I belong to no order or estate, neither householder nor renunciate, but the servant of the servant am I. As servant's servant I identify in attendance upon the lotus feet of him, love's ocean perfect and complete, the boundless sea of joy and grace adored, the cowherd damosels, husband and lord." Text 75. This verse by Sri Ishwarapuri, he says, "The dwellers of the mountain groves are blessed, within whose hearts pure love is manifest, with perturbations of beatitude, and with each eternal happiness endued. May the cowherd who takes his love's delight, who shines with a blue sapphire lustre bright, in Brindavan, with cowherd damsels dear, engaged in pastimes, in our hearts appear." Text 76, in a verse by Yadavendra Puri. "Some praise the taste of poetry sublime, and others, intent on nectar divine, to the deep scrutiny themselves commit of lofty texts and holy Vedic writ. But we have taken refuge with someone who plays a flute and wears a gunja crown." Text 77, in a verse by Sri Kavi Ratna. "Let those who comprehend the truth divine and pure consciousness of the soul sublime within the recess of their hearts perceive, and the truth inconceivable conceive. But as for that, within our hearts we place the one who shows a smiling lotus face, dark as a cloud, with golden raiment dight, and lovely eyes as lotus flowers bright." Text 78, again by Sri Kavi Ratna. "I do not crave the status of a king, nor the vain wealth and honour that may bring. To Indra's status I am not inclined, for yogic perfections I have no mind. Nor do I yearn for that rare condition in which there is attained liberation. These I forswear, and from a distance shun, but for which my mind doth eager run. In the woods by Kalindi's bank is seen, as dark blue cloud with steady lightning sheen, pure Brahman with exquisite beauty's charms, bound by a cowherd damsel's vine-like arms." Text 79, this verse by Madhavendra Puri. "Thrice daily prayers, may all be well with you. O ritual bath, to thee a fond adieu. Ye gods and ye ancestral manes here, bear with me if I should neglect to pour libations and due offerings of food and all such customs practised by the good. For In whatever condition or state, I constantly and fondly meditate on the crest jewel of Yadu's dynasty, hight wicked Kamsa's mighty enemy. By this alone, I ween, the mind is freed from all uncleanness. What more do I need? Text 80, attributed to Anonymous. My sacred bath by neglect is disdained. My pious conduct hath not been maintained. My matins and my vespers are unsaid. The Vedic scriptures languish quite unread. Consigned to an old trunk where they lay hid and kept securely underneath the lid. My righteousness is wounded to the core. Attenuated is of sins the store, for day and night my mind relishes bliss, the lotus feet of Yadu's Lord to kiss. Text 81, also attributed to an anonymous poet. I wish to serve the son of Devaki, in whichsoever life is due to me. On the good path or off the path to stray, my mind proceeds along the destined way. Text 82 by Madhavendra Puri. The moralists, I am confused, will say, the Vedantists, that I have gone astray. My friends and relatives may become sad and think that I am distracted and mad. The learned will upbraid me for my pride, and the wealthy my poverty deride. But I, my mind, do steadfastly commit to serve Govinda's feet, though quite unfit. Now, in text 83, there is a preamble that can be included in a passage from Chaitanya Charitamrita, where this verse is also cited and attributed to one Raghupati Upadhyay. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila chapter 9, we have the following few lines. The master said, So tell me, Upadhyay, what is the best? Upadhyay made reply, The Lord with dark complexion doth excel. In what worthy place doth the dark one dwell? Madhu city is best, said Upadhyay. His different ages scriptures glorify, infancy, childhood, adolescent state. On which of these is best to meditate? The sweet adolescent youth manifest, said Upadhyay, to contemplate is best. Of humours which is foremost glorified? The primal humour, Upadhyay replied. The master said, You have taught me aright. Then, in a choked voice, a verse began to recite. And this is the verse. The supreme form is that of a dark hue. The foremost city is that of Madhu. The age to contemplate, adolescence. The primal humour is the quintessence. Text 84 by the poet Sri Surottamacharya. Salvation herself may before me stand, and may Brahma's enduring realm command. No, sorry, I'll start again. Salvation herself may before me stand, I may Brahma's enduring realm command, and yet the aspiration I maintain is that I may the loving service gain of him who their fond company enjoys, who is the leader of the cowherd boys. Text 85 by Sri Garbo Kavichandra. May I become sovereign of the world. No, I may become the sovereign of the world, or else into wretched penury hurled. You may confer much honour unto me, or I may languish in foul infamy. You may raise me in Vaikuntha to dwell, or cast me down into the deepest hell. But, O Vasudeva, you still remain, and no other, the goal I seek to gain. Now, text 86, in a verse composed by Sri Kaviraj Mishra. He may show to me his opulent realm, or in the threefold afflictions o'erwhelm. In happiness or in distress, I pray that Keshava never cast me away. Text 87 by Sri Koracharya, the devotee supplications and prayers. The drops of nectar from the lotus feet of Nanda's son are like vast oceans sweet. I pray that in my heart both day and night, that sweet nectar may afford delight. Then again another verse by Raghupati Upadhyay. In this place the Lord with the cattle strayed, and over here upon the flute he played. With such speeches as tears from my eyes outpour, may I spend my days on Yamuna's shore. Text 89, this verse attributed to Sri Govinda. May he, who through the garden bowers roves, in Brindavan's delightsome shady groves, whose loins are clad in yellow garment bright, who plays upon his flute with vast delight, like the Kadamba forest deity, appear within my conscious faculty. Text 90 by the poet Sri Bhavananda. Whose elongated eyes with redness shine, who manifests a beauteous form divine, a million Cupid's charms cannot compare with his handsome bearing and lustre rare, and who in Brindavan is sovereign Lord, may he his favour unto me afford, joy to the eyes and the fair grace impart, to bide within the lotus of my heart. Text 91 by Sri Sarvabhauma. Whose beauty as a flood of nectar flows, with surging of sweetness in high billows, whose heart is fraught with pity and mercy, may that deceptive youth appear to me. Text 92, also by Sarvabhauma. Let me be born again and yet again, if my ears the sweet nectar may attain of music when you play your flute with glee. O Lord, why talk of salvation to me? Text 93, attributed to an anonymous poet. To taste a lovesome damsel's lips, to hear her pleasant conversation bright and clear, to behold her in all her beauty's pride, with the delightsome charms of a young bride. Or as a fond, long-parted damsel clings, and the love letter of her lover sings. Thus may I taste your remnants in this way, and hear accounts of your glory each day. May I of your divine character read, and contemplate every pastime and deed. May I always your lustrous beauty view. All hail to Krishna, I bow to you. Now again, from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shikshastakam, verse 94. Ah, when will those tears stream down from my eyes? When will my voice be choked with speech denies? When will the hairs rise up o'er all my frame by taking up the chanting of your name? And text 95 by the same. I have no wish for wealth, friends, or commerce with fair beauties depicted in choice verse. But grant, O universal Lord, to me, from birth to birth, sans motive, love for thee. Now text 96, attributed to Sri Gaudiya, a Bengali. May the new cloud under Govardhan seen, the fresh blue lotus in Kalindi's stream, Brindavan's stately dark tamala tree, deliver me from threefold misery. Text 97 is by Sri Madhavendra Puri, who is versed in Cupid's amorous arts, who restless glances from lovely eyes darts, whose makara earrings swing to and fro, which cast on his cheeks a reflective glow, who with a crowd of Braja's damsels strays, and the rasa and lasya dance displays. May that same cowherd youth, gracious and kind, be pleased to manifest within my mind. Text 98, Devotees' Yearnings, in a verse by Sri Raghupati Upadhyay. The Shruti scriptures are a bale of hay. Wherefore do we consider this and say, our eyes have seen the supreme Brahman light with cowherd damsels sporting in delight. Again by Raghupati Upadhyay. Alas, to whom should it be told, or who would lend it credence, taking it for true, when I insist the truth of my report, that now the supreme Brahman holds sport as prince of the cowherders and abides in bowers, dallying with cowherds' brides. Now, text 100, where I'll leave it for now, by Sri Sarvabhauma. I know Kannada's philosophy, have studied logic and divinity. I learnt mimamsa and analysis, and of repeated metempsychosis. To yoga systems, Vedanta beside, I have my mind to deep study applied. But as for that, the sweet music refined from the flute of Nanda's son draws my mind. Footnote: Kannada's atomic theory, Gautama's system of logic, Jaimini's karma mimamsa, Kapila's Sankhya system, Patanjali's yoga system, Vyasa's philosophy of Vedanta. End of footnote. And there we'll leave it for this time, continuing next with verse 101. Hare Krishna.